particularly exciting night to be Toastmaster because I get to introduce an icebreaker. I love icebreakers. Number one, we have some new member diligently working on improving their skills. And number two, everybody's interested. So tonight we get to find out what's interesting about Albert as he gives his first speech from the Competent Communicator Manual, speaking for 4 to 6 minutes, the icebreaker.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I'm going to start by asking you a question. What do you think has been the greatest invention made by people? Well, anyone want to try to guess?
Toilet paper. Toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Electricity.
Fire.
The wheel.
Okay. I mean, all those are really like great inventions, and you're all right. But to me, the greatest invention has been sports. I mean, anywhere you can go, any remote country or any remote area you can go, you always find people, they have their own special ways of entertaining themselves. And where I'm from, in Rwanda, the national sport is soccer. And a soccer game is made up of 11 players competing against another 11 players. Each team can substitute like 4 players for the whole game. And the length of the whole game is 90 minutes. They play 45 minutes and then take a 50 minutes break, and then they play the remaining 45 minutes. That game has 3 referees, 2 linesmen, and 1 central referee. He's the one who has like the whistle, and he's the one who make like major decisions, about who to give like a red card, yellow card, stuff like that. So, and on the soccer field, what really, I mean, like the language barrier, or even the culture, even the skin color doesn't really matter at all. Only an agile spirit, teamwork, and that's what can really make a difference. And that's why it's a special game to me. And so the Rwandan national team has won like few championships in the region, but it has never won like the African Cup, which can be compared here to the Copa America or American Cup. Yeah. And it has never been even selected to play in the World Cup, which is held like every 4 years. But every year, the government has to decide how much money to allocate to that national team, and it's a bunch of money. And my question is always, why do they keep pouring so much money into any team? And maybe it's the new government addiction, you never know. And in the whole world, I mean, the most followed premiership is the UK. I mean, it's in the UK, it's the Premier League in the UK. And just as a number, for the next 18 months, the TV agreements have been bought for something like 6 billion for just the next 18 months. And to show you how much, I mean, soccer means a lot. I mean, back home, and here it's mostly like football. That's what I found out. And I remember when I came here 3 years ago, back home they say it's football here. I mean, soccer back home, they call it football. So I came and I was visiting with this American family, and they were asking me, how is how is the weather, how is this, how is that? And they said, do you play sports? And I said, yes, I play football. And trust me, 3 years ago, I was this skinny guy, 161 pounds, and they weren't they weren't really convinced, because they said, how good are you? And I said, I'm really good. So they took me out and they threw me a ball, and I said, what's this? That's football, no, it's not football. And they explained to me. So, and in 2007, I was in a Christian boarding school, and it was prohibited, to sneak out. We were allowed to go out like once a month. And yeah, one of the, it was like a Thursday, and me and 8 other friends said, well, let's go out and see one of the English Premiership games. It was Manchester versus Arsenal. And we jumped over the fence. It's a fence which is like 10, 30 feet high. And everything went fine. Manchester won 2-0. And when we came back, we got caught. We got suspended for 2 weeks, and they had to send us back home. And the parents were not very happy. So, yeah. But then after the school, we realized that so many students were being suspended and expelled from the school that they decided to buy the necessary equipment to screen the English Premiership. And so I end by inviting each one of you to try to maybe begin a new sports activity, and you'll see how much health and happiness and good appetite you